Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Kerala Judicial Academy is one of the pioneer institutions in the country for judicial education and research. The Academy, in addition to various judicial and legal education programs, is also actively engaged in legal research. We are gathered here for the release of soft copies of 3 documents prepared by the Academy and the inaugural function of the revamped website of the Academy and the smart training halls. Our patron-in-chief, Honorable Mr. Justice S. Manikumar, Chief Justice, High Court of Kerala, will now inaugurate Thank you, sir. All the honorable judges and other distinguished dignitaries are requested to enter the training hall and be seated. We will start the formal program soon. So, the Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable Mr. Justice S. Manikumar, Patron Chief of the Judicial Academy, is requested to light the lamp. All are requested to be seated. We request the respected Director, Kerala Judicial Academy, to lead the dignitaries to the dais. We request the respected Director, Kerala Judicial Academy, to lead the dignitaries to the dais. The Patron-in-Chief of the Kerala Judicial Academy, Honorable Mr. Justice S. Manikumar, Chief Justice, High Court of Kerala, is requested to switch on the digital displays. We are about to begin the formal inaugural function. Honorable Mr. Justice Sunil Thomas, Judge, Kerala, High Court of Kerala, and Member, Board of Governors, Kerala Judicial Academy, is requested to welcome the dignitaries and the participants both online and offline.
Honorable the Chief Justice, Mr. S. Manikumar, Honorable Justice S.P. Bhatti, Honorable Judges, respected former judges, Registrar General, Directors and the other officials of the Judicial Academy, Registrar General and the Registrars, Judicial Officers, and very distinguished guests. It is with immense pleasure that I am standing before you today, and we are gathered here in that form. Kerala Judicial Academy is entering another phase of its growth. Today, Academy is dedicating a package of 3 electronic books, 2 smart training halls, and the website for the benefit of judges, judicial officers, lawyers, and the litigants. As a part of using advanced technology in the judicial training, 2 smart training halls are ready for use. The website of the Academy is also ready for use. We have prepared a working manual of the Judicial Academy, which will give the complete details of the functioning of the Judicial Academy. We have also prepared a manual of High Court procedure. The last e-book is the compilation of all the 12 volumes of Judicial Vision 2021, which is the e-journal of the Kerala Judicial Academy. Honorable the Chief Justice is the patron of a Judicial Academy. On behalf of the Kerala Judicial Academy, I formally welcome you, sir, to this function. Honorable Justice S.B. Bhatti is the President of Board of Governors of the Judicial Academy. He believes in team action and he is a true leader of the Board of Governors. On behalf of the Judicial Academy, I welcome you, sir, to this function. All the members of the Board of Governors and other honorable judges are also present, both online and offline. I formally welcome all of them. Some of the former judges are also present. We acknowledge the valuable contribution made by them for the growth of the Academy. I formally welcome them. I also acknowledge the presence of the directors, the officials of the Judicial Academy, judicial officers, law officers, and other dignitaries who are either personally or otherwise present. I welcome all of them to this function. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now it is time for the presidential address. Honorable Mr. Justice S.V. Bhatti, Judge High Court of Kerala, and the President, Board of Governors, Kerala Judicial Academy, is most humbly requested to deliver the presidential address.
Honorable Chief Justice, Patron-in-Chief, Mr. Justice Mani Kumar, my esteemed brother and sister judges, respected former judges of High Court of Kerala, the faculty and the staff of Judicial Academy, the energetic judicial officers who are online, one and all, namaste. I am delighted and honored to deliver the presidential address on the occasion of releasing the soft copy of the working manual of the Kerala Judicial Academy, the compendium on the Kerala High Court procedures, compilation of Judicial Vision 2021, and the inauguration of smart training halls in the Judicial Academy. The distinguished guests and the officers present, both online and offline, are familiar with the valuable contribution of Kerala Judicial Academy in imparting legal knowledge to the judicial officers of the state. For a while, I can step aside from the role of President, Judicial Academy, and without being felicitous about the Judicial Academy and judicial officers, acknowledge that the Judicial Academy and the judicial officers of state have set higher standards in skill, efficiency, and are maintaining individual and institutional integrity. My hearty congratulations to all the officers for maintaining the high standards of judicial decorum. I do not, through the presidential address, wish to bother you with the progress report of the Academy or narrate the aspirations of Kerala Judicial Academy, because you know the contributions or aspirations of Kerala Judicial Academy as much as you know the back of your palm. I and the Board of Governors fail in our expression if the encouragement given by our Patron-in-Chief in all our efforts to govern the Academy is not shared on this occasion. One may be wondering why, for releasing a soft copy of the working manual, etc., so much effort is undertaken by the Academy. The working manual, now released by our beloved Chief Justice, is an attempt by the Judicial Academy to preserve in print the working module and culture established in Kerala Judicial Academy over eventful years, and to share the cherished practices with the present generation of judicial officers. Next natural doubt anyone would get is why a soft copy is released and not a hard copy, and for that the Honorable Chief Justice is invited to Judicial Academy. It is here I and my Board of Governors and the faculty of Kerala Judicial Academy express our gratitude to the encouragement given by our Chief Justice to our novel and slightly unorthodox idea of releasing a soft copy and inviting suggestions from one and all. One of the underlying ideas in releasing the soft copy is to invite all the officers, former learned judges, former directors, governors of Board of Judicial Academy to go through the soft copies in areas where there is scope to contribute their views and share their knowledge with the Judicial Academy. We invite them to share their knowledge and experience with us. The suggestions, views, and useful tips make the working manual of Kerala Judicial Academy a book of value and used to the state judicial officers and worthy of emulation and imitation by other judicial academies in the country. To achieve such towering ideals, the Judicial Academy and the Board of Governors believe what is said in Rig Veda. The English translation of the famous quote is, "Let noble thoughts come to me from all directions." The central theme in the release of the soft version of the working manual is to invite thoughts and erudite expressions from all the individuals interested in the reputation and standards of the academy. The original and added ideas are for use by the succeeding generations of judicial officers. The ideas you share with us are sublime seeds for future actions of the academy. Sharing good, ennobling, inspiring, powerful and revolutionary ideas is the need of the hour. The ideas and the suggestions we receive from all the former learned judges of the High Court and the judges who were directly associated with the affairs of the Judicial Academy, judicial officers, are contextually incorporated in the soft copy, and as planned, a hard copy and also a soft copy of the working manual are released at the earliest. The working manual in its present format and shape covers the past, present, and foreseeable future activities of the academy. We, the Board of Governors and the academic wing of Judicial Academy, treat it as a living document and in an ongoing process would update the working manual. Therefore, let all of us accept the responsibility and share the ideas for making the book a working manual in its full sense. Next, the compendium on High Court procedure would definitely serve as a guide and answers all types of cases being filed at the High Court, the procedural bottlenecks, case law on the point, and correct solutions to the persons in need of it. The Judicial Vision 2021 is yet again an effort by the Judicial Academy to consolidate the case law for use by judicial officers. With utmost humility, at my command and disposal, I venture to state that the path so far trodden by the Academy under the able guidance and hard work of all the illustrious predecessors in office is noteworthy. And the efforts being made today are to recognize their contribution to the Judicial Academy and pave a path to maintaining highest standards by the individuals succeeding us. We know that smart, effective skills of adjudication elevate our institution in the prism of society, and efforts by the Academy do help all of you to enhance the capacity building. The Board of Governors suggested to our Chief Justice to visit the Judicial Academy and participate in the function being organized in the Academy, instead of conducting the very function from the banquet hall of the High Court. We express our wholehearted thanks to our patron for his participation at Judicial Academy on this day at this hour. The objective behind this idea of having a program in Academy is, for the past 2 years, for known reasons and in an unnoticed way, the performance of Judicial Academy on virtual platforms is rendered visibility only to the participants of respective programs and no one else knows about it. The function organized today, I and my board of directors are confident would pave the way for the resumption of the academic schedule at the Academy. The presidential address, in my view, is complete by congratulating all the officers, advocates, and the staffs who are behind the present 2 books, and we place our appreciation on record to all the concerned in the preparation of book. Thank you for your time and patient listening.
Thank you, sir. The Kerala Judicial Academy has prepared a working manual of the Academy, a compendium of the Kerala High Court procedure, and a yearly compilation of judicial vision for the year 2021. These documents will be released in this function. The website of the Academy has been revamped. The smart training halls are ready. May I now request Honorable Mr. Justice S. Manikumar, the Honorable the Chief Justice High Court of Kerala and Patron Chief of the Academy to deliver the inaugural address. Inaugural.
Honorable Brother Justice S.V. Bhatti, President, Board of Governors, Kerala Judicial Academy, Brother Justice Vinod Chandran, Honorable Brother Justice Sunil Thomas, my esteemed brother and sister judges, Justice Babu, Director Academics, Kerala Judicial Academy, Directors and staff of the Kerala Judicial Academy, registrars and staff of High Court of Kerala, former judges of this court, learned judicial officers of State of Kerala, my respected senior advocates, staff of the Academy. Good afternoon to all of you. The word academy comes from the Greek word academia. The name of the park or grove outside the Asian Athens, where the philosopher Plato taught his students. Just as schools and parks today are often named after famous persons, the academia had been named in the honor of a Greek hero, Academos. Mr. Justice Bhatti and President of the Board of Governors and other honorable judges, members of the Academy, came to my chambers and told that, sir, we have an idea of publishing a soft copy of the manual, copy of the High Court procedure, and there are such other events. He also said that, sir, I'm giving you a copy of the working manual, and I need your suggestions as well. I should honestly say that I have not made any suggestions, because after going through the working manual which has been prepared, I found that the president and the members of the Academy have come out with a very novel idea of having a sort of a Magna Carta about the very creation of this Academy, the present and the past activities of the Academy, and the future endeavor of the Judicial Academy. At this juncture, I can only say that I am greatly admired of the rich qualities of Honorable Justice Bhatti, President, and the members of the Board of Governors to have conceived an idea that before coming out with a software copy on the various subjects, it is desirable to have the suggestions and views of the entire fraternity, the lawyers, the judges, and the members across the bar. I think that Justice Bhatti and the Board of Governors did not want to leave any message or suggestion from any one of the members of the fraternity, so that the history is properly told the present activities are properly chalked out, and the future aim and endeavor of the academy is made at par with the National Judicial Academy. I appreciate, at the outset, I appreciate and thank the President of the Board of Governors to have such an idea about this. After reading this working manual, what I could say is that about 35 years ago, the formal and institutional functioning training to the members of the judiciary in the state commenced with the formation of the Directorate of Training as part of the High Court. I could also see from the working manual that due to the relentless efforts of Honorable Justice V.S. Malimath, then Chief Justice of Kerala, the goal of having a training institute for the judicial officers of the state was ultimately attained. I can also recall that Justice V.S. Malimath was the author of the Arrears Committee when he was appointed by the Supreme Court, and that the report of Justice Malimath is being followed by all the high courts even today. In the year 2005, the Directorate of Training was renamed as Kerala Judicial Academy, and the President and the Board of Governors have been requested to continue with the training and education programs. Institutional judiciary rests on the foundation, namely district judiciary, where majority of the cases are admitted and heard, and our citizens interact and confront with the legal system. Eventually, it is here that the majority of our best judges from the bar and the bench spend the formative years of the career in the judiciary. Thus, Judicial Academy assumes a great importance and significance in the matter of judicial education, training, and research. In order to enhance the efficiency of the judicial system, continuing judicial education training is being imparted in a very organized manner. And as pointed out by Justice Bhatti, I was a member of the Judicial Academy for some time, and in account of seniority, you're also given an assignment as president of the Judicial Academy. In fact, at that time, my immediate junior, Mr. Justice Nagamatu, and you must have heard about him, is a resource person at the National Judicial Academy. He is very good at the criminal law. So he was not given any important assignment. Probably, I think, by virtue of seniority, you gain this position of the president of the Judicial Academy. So I requested my Chief Justice that this judge, he's been a resource person there at the Judicial Academy and various academies. Why not he be given the assignment of the president of the Board of Governors, maybe for 3 or 4 months, and I will take over later. Chief agreed, and then after that, with this cooperation as a member, state judicially has done something, but I can vouch, I'm sorry, I think. Government of Tamil Nadu has got sufficient funds. And I think that the allocation from the central government, possibly from the Finance Commission, would have reduced by this time, isn't it? You might, Nil, now nil. See, at that point of time, we had sufficient funds in the academy. So therefore, we have land, and therefore in Tamil Nadu, we have an academy at Madras. That's our headquarters. And we have very big regional center there in Coimbatore, and one more at Madurai. We conducted some program there in Madurai, a national conference on commercial courts, and some of the judges from Kerala also spoke on the occasion. But today, with all my little experience there as a member and the board of the president of the board of Chennai, I find, and this is not flattery or just to boast about this state of Kerala, but one thing I can say with full conviction that the standard of the district judiciary, Kerala and Andhra Pradesh, not because Andhra man is here. I'm saying you frankly, the reason being, the judgments are written in English right from the beginning. All the judgments. But that's not the case in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, you are given an option to write in Tamil. And therefore, some of them, I can say not all, when they come up to the level of district judge or even high court judges, they find it difficult to write a good judgment. But that is not the case here. All of them extremely good judgments. Maybe application of law, that's a different aspect. That is sometimes, what is sort of an objective satisfaction in writing a judgment becomes a subjective satisfaction in writing on whatever he wants to write, he writes. But as far as whether it is the academy which focuses on the training, or it is the individual judges, who wanted to learn more and take the best out of this from academy, by and large, Kerala district judiciary is better. And one more factor which I have to see here is, as I said on the last occasion regarding this Women's Day celebration, the percentage of women judicial officers, don't ask about high court judges, but we are trying to make, but then there is some delay. The percentage of judicial officers is about nearly more than 47% or so in the district judiciary. I said at some point of time, I think the entire judiciary, so far as state of Kerala is concerned, will be manned by the women judges. True that women are there in every field, but judiciary is very important. And I suppose they're good, isn't it? They will take very good decisions. Now, coming back to this function, procedure in filing cases should be known to the lawyers, staff of the registry, and clerks, so that the cases are numbered without delay and consequently listed before the court. Yet another factor which I could see from the administrative side. Recently, some of the staff who have been transferred from, say, for instance, administrative sections to judicial sections, they found it extremely difficult to pick it up. And then, there are a lot of cases where defects are noticed, etc. Sometimes they also question the jurisdiction of the court also in the returns, defects, how this petition is maintainable, etc. And Supreme Court has many a time said that it is not for you to decide. And there is a reported judgment as well, but still ignorance as to how a petition should be scrutinized, etc. Some of the staff are also could not be promoted also, for that matter, because I told the registrar that, I'm sorry, it is your mistake. I told the registrar that if you had given them an opportunity to work on the judicial side also, numbering section, posting and filing section, they would have learned the procedure and consequently they would have been considered for promotion as well. Now, academy has brought out a compendium on Kerala High Court procedure. At this juncture, with all humility, I should say, and this was brought to my notice that there is a defect in the learning by the staff about the procedure of the High Court. I brought 2 books from Chennai, and I think I handed over those 2 books to the Registrar General or to the Director, suppose, isn't it? So I gave 2 books from Chennai, written by retired additional registrar. because I have the book to know what the procedure as to how it is to be filed in the matters of arbitration cases and other kind of litigation. So these two books were given. And when this was under preparation, it was a little bit delayed because High Court at the time introduced this e-filing. So when e-filing was introduced, Mr. Satyan and I suppose the registrar as well met me and said, sir, we wanted to include this e-filing also in the filing procedure. And it was Mr. Hari Prasad. I think it was Hari Prasad, I think, who has done some work on this, isn't it, sir? Now, the compendium has come out on the High Court, compendium on Kerala High Court procedure, and I'm sure that this will help the judges also to know the procedure, the judicial officers, lawyers, advocate clerks, registry of the High Court. And it's really ready right now on High Court procedure. E-filing is also procedure and e-filing has also been added. But you have to make some amendments because we have sought for certain amendments regarding the e-filing procedure, and that has to be taken note of. Working manual, as I said earlier, if I go through the working manual, the president and the board of governors have probably thought it fit that we must have a Magna Carta, as I said earlier, for this very institution, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. I think it's a very good initiative, but nobody knows. People read about when they see High Court history. Oh, they will say history of the High Court is so and so and so. But nobody bothers about the other institutions. Nobody knows as to when an institution has come, who was the creator and how it progressed. What exactly, everybody can say Judicial Academy is for judicial training, judicial education, etc. But what exactly is being done here and what exactly is required to be done? That is one I think I always appreciate, that you wanted that from others to tell what exactly to be done. That's very, very, very always feel that that is a collective decision which will reach every one of us, including all of us, and judges also. So that working manual, I see that it covers the history, the administrative setup, facilities available, activities undertaken by the academy. In a nutshell, it covers past, present, and future. Coming to this judicial vision, when I started with my career, I was advised one thing, sir. People said, what is the case? I said, sir, case is something that the advocate, the party will tell me that is case. Then my father said, they will tell you the fact. You will have to find you the law. That is case. What is a case? Something which is to be projected in the court, fact stated by the client, he may not know the law, and the law which has to be found by the lawyer. How, where, all those things he will learn from seniors and from others. So another judge told me when I started practicing, he said, start reading the provisions once, twice, etc. So though reading of the preamble of the act, the provisions of the statutes and the rules framed therein, which is otherwise called as the first principles of law to be applied. Yet, I have always seen and tried to find out judgments and judgments on that. Just to find out not only as to how this particular provision is interpreted, but how to also learn the language in interpreting that particular law. So I always found that the judicial presidents in my career work like a lighthouse to guide me as to how and which case should be applied and not to be applied. And first, you may have to spend so much of time. I brought all my father's authorities notebooks written from 1956 onwards. Till 2019, he was writing this notebook, authority notebooks. I brought it here. I wanted to digitalize And I would request at this point of time, the academy, sir, you are imparting this judicial education training for the district chief magistrates, district judges, and others. I do not know. Do you maintain any manual of training for the district chiefs and magistrates or the district judges? No. A curriculum is one which is being programmed by you. A curriculum is one, I think, which is taught to the others, to the, you must have a training manual. Yeah, you must have a training manual. Why I suggest this was, when I was a lawyer, I had always had a fear of taking up civil matters and criminal matters. I used to say, if I lose a case, this fellow loses his property. If you lose a case, he will go to jail. So I had a fear in taking up the matter at that time. But then I felt that, writ petition is very easier, much easier. So I didn't concentrate much on civil and criminal side. But I always was very interested in reading my father's district municipal training manual. I brought it here, copies to digitize that. It contains, definition of each activity which is undertaken by a judicial officer, district municipal. Those, even in the dais, in the academy, and in the administrative offices. So I request the chairman, the board of governors, and others to prepare a training manual, and it will be very good for the officers to have a track of whatever they are being trained in the manual. Judicial mission. I do not know as to how the word judicial mission has been coined. Vision has been coined for the publication of the judgments. From the working manual and from the speech of Honorable Justice Bhatti, I could gather that the judicial mission was bi-monthly earlier. And then due to COVID, it was not done. And now from January 21 onwards, Academy has restarted the publication of Judicial Vision as a monthly e-newsletter. I saw the vision also, a copy of which will be circulated to almost all the judges. And I say that it contains the crux of the latest judgments with links to the full text of the judgments from the official websites. It also contains important statutes, government orders, circulars. Judicial precedents are also there. Some of the articles on the subjects are also included. Judicial vision from the academic contains important judgments rendered by the High Court as well as the Supreme Court. It also contains certain articles, as I said. I requested the librarian. I do not know about the progress of the work. High Court gives us the copy of the reported judgments every month. I think it is circulated to all the learned judges. I requested the librarian, why don't you integrate this? There are judgments which are now given to the honorable judges, that these are all the reportable judgments. There are judgments which are already taken by the academy, taking note of the importance and the significance of the judgments, and also that these judgments should be known to the district judiciary. These judgments should be also known to the High Court judges, isn't it? Judgments which you say that is so important and the district judiciary should know, you also should know the judgments. So therefore, what we suggested to the library is, why don't you integrate both? And if it is possible, put up in the judge's dashboard the decisions collected by the Judicial Academy and the decisions which are reported. That if it is possible, the integrated version can also be uploaded in the academy. So, so I'm sure that this compilation of this judgments of the year 2021 would help the judges, students of law to know the important precedents of 2021 on various laws. Advent of internet on the website has changed the face of the world, where information on all subjects is freely available, paving way for gaining and enhancing knowledge. It's also heartening to know that Judicial Academy has taken up to revamp the website with the help of Nick. I'm also informed that the newly added important feature of the website is that it contains judicial officers' research blogs. Their articles are published in the blog after getting approved of the academy, which is visible only to the judicial officers. This again, with humility, I can say that this was a concept evolved in the Madras High Court, Judicial Academy, where we said that there are many persons who write good judgments and they are also capable of writing good articles. And we will award some sort of a certificate of merit for the contribution towards the judiciary. Writing an article like a critic involves knowledge, analysis, etc. And that particular thing is encouraged at the time of evaluation of the performance of the judicial officer, not only in the matter of writing the judgments, in the matter of his extracurricular activities. So this concept of encouraging the judicial officers to write articles, which is a very good platform for sharing the work. And I'm sure that this will promote a wider discussion on the issues throughout the state. Today, when I entered the academy, there was a ceremony. I told Justice Bhatti, there is some particular place, there is a ceremony. And the first ceremony was to enter into this room by cutting the ribbon. So it's really a happy moment for me that there are many events which have taken place today, starting from opening the smart halls, the manual, the compilation of the website. 11/3/2022 certainly will be a great day for the Judicial Academy. And all credit goes to the patron and chief, president of the Board of Governors, members of the academy. And I should not fail in mentioning the efforts taken by Mr. Unikrishnan, Srimati Parvati Menon, Sri Hariraj, Sri Valsraj, Filing Security Officer, High Court, who constitute the members of the subcommittee and who have prepared the compendium for the High Court procedure. Thank you. Thank you for all your efforts. Before I part with, I request the President and the Board of Governors to have a small team of judicial officers to present themselves from this end as to what we should do. Isn't it? A mock. Huh? Try, I think we will be there on the other side. Sit and watch as to how they perform. What is there from their point of view? What is required? Sometimes I think I'll certainly come. So thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, the Board of Governors, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. The patron-in-chief of the academy Honorable Mr. Justice S. Manikumar, the Chief Justice, High Court of Kerala, is most humbly requested to release the soft copies of the three documents and inaugurate the website of the Academy by pressing the play button on the tablet. Thank you, sir. It is now time to express our gratitude to all those who have blessed this August function. Sri K. Satyan, Director, Kerala Judicial Academy, is requested to propose vote of thanks.
Good evening. The Honorable Chief Justice, High Court of Kerala, and the Patron-in-Chief, Kerala Judicial Academy, Justice S. Manikumar, the Honorable Mr. Justice S.V. Bhatti, President Board of Governors, Kerala Judicial Academy, Honorable Mr. Justice Sunil Thomas, other dignitaries, online, offline, and online, and ladies and gentlemen. The Kerala Judicial Academy has achieved another milestone in the judicial education. The activities and achievements have been documented, released a compendium document on the Kerala High Court procedure, compiled and released the 2021 edition of Judicial Vision, the monthly e-newsletter, and inaugurated a new website and smart training halls. It's time to thank, on behalf of the Kerala Judicial Academy, each and everyone who have guided us, supported us, and contributed to the success of these projects. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. We are immensely blessed with the presence of the Honorable Chief Justice and the Patron-in-Chief of the Kerala Judicial Academy, always a guiding force in the activities of the Academy. A special thanks to the Honorable Chief Justice for accepting our invitation and being with us to release the e-books and inaugurate a few projects of the Academy, and for delivering a wonderful and inspirational speech. Thank you, sir. The Honorable Mr. Justice S.P. Bhatti, President of the Board of Governors of the Kerala Judicial Academy, and the Honorable members of the Board of Governors have guided us with their timely advice to make this program a success. The Honorable President and members of the Board of Governors have worked as a well-knit team. Every minute details were monitored by them. I take this opportunity to express sincere thanks to the Honorable President and Honorable members of the Board of Governors of the Academy. Thank you, sir. The Kerala Judicial Academy remains indebted to the Honorable Judges for their contribution, support, and guidance in the activities of the Academy. The Honorable Judges of the High Court have accepted our invitation and blessed this occasion by joining us on this memorable day. We are grateful to all the Honorable Judges and thank them from the bottom of our hearts. We seek continued support and guidance in our future endeavors from the Honorable Judges. The Academy has also received support and guidance from the Honorable former Judges from its inception as a fledgling training institute to the esteemed position it holds today. The Kerala Judicial Academy remains indebted to the former Honorable Judges of the High Court of Kerala for their contribution, support, and guidance. The Academy seeks their continued support and guidance in our future endeavors also. I extend a warm and sincere thanks to the former judges who have joined us today. Special thanks to the Honorable Mr. Justice A.M. Babu, our beloved Director Academics, for providing timely guidance. We work as a team. Many thanks to the Registrar General and other registrars of the High Court, Member Secretary Kelsa, Director Area Center, and the Director and Deputy Director IT. Thanks to the judicial officers and former judicial officers for joining us online. I take this opportunity to thank Advocate G. Unnikrishnan, Advocate Parvati Menon, Advocate Hariraj Jammar, and Sri Varsiraj, filing scrutiny officer, High Court of Kerala, who are the convener and members, respectively, of the subcommittee for preparation of the compendium of the Kerala High Court procedure. The work done by the subcommittee under the able and astute leadership of Advocate G. Unnikrishnan deserves special appreciation. It's a brilliant work. Lawyers, a few municipal magistrate trainees, and staff of the High Court had given support to Advocate G. Unnikrishnan in the preparation of the compendium. Congratulations and many thanks to each one of them. I thank Senior Technical Director, NIC High Court, and her team of officers for providing the solution to revamp the website of the Academy. The new look website has several features. Thanks are due to the Chief Engineer and the team of engineers of the PWD and the support staff of the PWD Electronics Division for making the training halls ready. I thank the other directors and staff of the Academy for the hard work put in to make this function a success. Many thanks to Sri Jitesh, Technical Assistant, High Court of Kerala, for providing support and assistance for live streaming this event. The list is a long one. I thank each and everyone who has supported us and contributed one way or the other to the success of these projects. It is not intentional if I have omitted to thank anyone. Thank you all and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. The program has now come to an end. We once again thank all the participants from the bottom of our heart. Jai Hind.